18, driving all these cars, like, and that just doesn't happen overnight.
This is gonna sound so out of touch. I hate holidays. Like, I just hate them. I don't like it when I'm not working, when there's not much I can do, when the team's not working. I just love working. I love every second of my day being filled with activity. The second I start getting downtime, I can't stand it.
Welcome to this episode of Legends Made. My guest is one of the coolest, youngest guys I've met. Millionaire at 18, business owner at 18, doing some amazing things. I don't want to waste any more time, but you should subscribe now so you get more videos like this. And let's get into it. Let's talk to Wyatt. So how long ago did you get this?
I got this last September.
September. So you've almost had a full year.
Almost a full year, coming up on it.
What made you go with the Ferrari?
So I decided I wanted a Ferrari because I wanted like a supercar.
Okay.
I've just never been a big like Lambo guy.
Okay.
I had an Aston Martin before this. I bought that car when I was like 16 years old.
16, you bought it. What kind of Aston Martin?
V8 Vantage F1 edition. So it was green with like the black rims.
Yeah.
I full ported my bank account. So I made $100K in a month, and then I had like $160K in the bank, and I spent $155 on the car.
Wow.
Just complete full port, $5,000 left in the bank. But last year, it ended up giving me a bunch of problems, and it was just in service nonstop.
Yeah.
I poured like $10,000 into trying to fix it because like Aston Martins just aren't very reliable. I figured that out the hard way.
Yeah.
So I was just in market for a new car. I went to Lambo, and they just didn't really treat me with much respect at that dealership.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Porsche guy, but I ended up going into Ferrari. Before I even walked in, they came out, gave me a handshake. Guy named Frankie, super awesome guy here in Austin. And we just got to talking. I went into the dealership. I initially wanted an F8, a silver F8. So the idea was I'm going to get a silver F8 and wrap it green because my first ever car, it was a hand-me-down from my granddad when he passed away, a 2002 Toyota Tacoma. It was green. So I've always had green cars. But I walk in, and second I walk in, that thing is right in front of me. I'm like, that is perfect. That is the car I need. So it was a bunch of trouble trying to figure out how we can get it, but we ended up getting it done. And yeah, I was able to walk away with that now. So
yeah, and the F8 was probably about the same cost, or probably a little more than that, right?
it was a little bit less because that was brand new.
Oh,
So
got it.
I
Okay.
ended up paying a massive premium for the spec, but I
Yeah.
love the spec, so I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's cool. I mean, I like the red seats. I love the wheels. And then you got the Rolex
Yeah,
to
the
match
Rolex to match it as
Dude,
well.
that's awesome. And what's crazy is you have had a Vantage and now a $400,000 plus Ferrari.
Yep.
You were just telling me before we started, AP watch, now this watch, and you're 18.
Yes, sir.
And your parents bought all that for you, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. All trust fund. No, I'm kidding. I worked my ass off for it. I come from nothing. I was born in like a small farm town, middle of nowhere, Virginia, like super rural. My mom worked at Lowe's, like the home department store.
Really?
Like $20,000 a year. My dad's a construction worker, doesn't own a company, like just a worker. And yeah, I just did it from zero.
Really? So you grew up in Virginia. Were you like in Boy Scouts or like where did you?
I played football.
Play football. Okay.
For the high school, I was on like the varsity team, JV team, playing football, and that was like just what I did with all my free time. But
What position did you play?
so I played tight end, and then I also on defense I would play that is defense, and then on offense I'd sometimes play fullback, but not all the time. I was more so just tight end.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. All right. So you grew up playing sports. Family's not super well off.
Yeah.
Like, walk me through growing up because, dude, like your story is wild because I catch you on Instagram. You know, obviously we've got some mutual friends in common, and I'm like, wait, what is this guy doing? Millionaire by 18, driving all these cars. Like, and that just doesn't happen overnight. So like, walk me through, we'll get to all like the entrepreneurial stuff, but like, how did you grow up with this entrepreneurial mindset where you did this?
I don't know. It's weird. It's like ever since I was born, I was always just trying to figure out ways to get money. Like when I was like 13, I worked my first like quote unquote job, which was like for a roofing company down the road, just like ground crew bringing 70-pound shingles up and down a ladder, $100 a day during the summer. Super chill job, made good money. I was rich for like a 13-year-old, you know?
Yeah.
And at 14, my grandma had a pressure washer, like kind of broken down. So I went to Lowe's, got the pieces that I needed to repair it, like new nozzle and all that stuff. Then I started knocking door to door trying to sell pressure washing for $100. So I've like always just wanted to be able to have money. I don't exactly know why. And I kind of talk about this sometimes online. I think, like, to a degree, it's genetics. Same way some people are taller than others. Some people are like genetically disproportionate to have drive and want to be successful. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know why, but I've always been that way.
Would you think growing up with parents that didn't have a lot of money, do you think that was part of it?
100%. That was
Yeah.
definitely part of it, and, like, seeing how hard they work, so I think you can learn a lot of work ethic from people who aren't successful, like, a
Yeah.
lot of unsuccessful people still work their butt off, so I think I learned a lot of work ethic from my parents, like, always working, always putting in, like, overtime to,
Mhm.
get by, that sort of thing, and that really came up to me, and I saw that growing up, so it's like, I didn't know any other way, it's like, you work or you die, you know?
Right. So did you have a lot of extra family, like a lot of family around you in Virginia?
I wouldn't say so, like,
No.
I have, 2 pairs of grandmas and granddads, no like, 1 cousin that lives out of state, no really big, like, family or anything like that. It was a pretty small family since one of my granddads has passed, but yeah,
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
So you're in high school, you go play football, you
Yep,
have this entrepreneurial spirit, family doesn't have a ton of money, so you're just like, cool, I'll chip in and do stuff to have my own money.
yeah.
Like what was like when you were a kid and you had all this money, right? Because you were working, like what were some of the fun stuff you were buying then or
Back
what were
then,
you
I
saving
was
it?
just mostly spending it on, like, video games and stuff like
Okay.
that, and then also just stuff outside of school, so, like, I'd spend money on, like, footballs to play with friends and, like, volleyball nets and just stuff for me and all my friends to do. I was pretty into four-wheelers too, so, like, we were really country, so
Yeah.
we had some neighbors who'd let us use their land just to drive four-wheelers around, so I poured a bunch of money in the four-wheelers and stuff like that, but for the most part, when I was, like, very early, like, I just saved everything. I didn't
Okay.
really spend much money until, like, the real businesses started kicking in, and I actually had, like, expendable income that I felt safe spending. But, yeah, it was pretty, like, saving time until I really got, like, the businesses rolling.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you saved until you really started got rolling. So okay, you're in your teens. At what age do you start your business that you're doing now?
So I started that when I was 15 years old. So,
15. You're 18 now. So 3
yeah,
years
18.
ago.
3 years. I'm almost 19. I'll be 19 in October, but
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, okay. I'll be 19 in October. Still, you're
Yeah.
you're worth more money than most 40-year-olds that I know. So,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to figure out a way to make more money because
okay.
at the time I was pressure washing. It was going all right. I was making a few $1,000s a month, which was awesome for me being in high
A
school.
few $1,000s a month pressure washing?
Yeah, just
Like
knocking door to
like
door,
prepper
like,
like pressure washing
yeah, like
driveways? Okay.
driveways, like sometimes I do like side of buildings, like chlorine type things, like more advanced stuff I started getting into near the end of me doing it.
Okay.
But I just didn't like it. And I was on YouTube and I was actually watching a tutorial on how to use this is when ChatGPT first came out, like it was a
Okay.
brand new thing. How to use ChatGPT to market your pressure washing company. Because at
Okay.
the time I didn't know anything different. So I was like, how can I get more clients? I'm so sick of going door to door. I want them coming to me, like Facebook ads. So I started learning about like Facebook ads, ChatGPT, AI. And what I did was I ended up doing that for the pressure washing company. It got a lot of like traction, a lot of clients. And I was in like these pressure washing company owner Facebook groups. It's like I'd go in the Facebook group and I'd just post about like, just like I was kind of bragging, like, look at what I did. Like I used AI and it just got me a client. And all these like older, like 40, 30, 50-year-old guys who run pressure washing companies, like big scale ones, they started like DMing me on Facebook, like, hey dude, I saw your post in the group. Like, could I pay you to build this out for me? So they started paying me at the time. I didn't know what to charge. Like I didn't know what I was worth. If I was doing it for like $500, $1,000,
Okay.
just like doing a bunch of that. And I'm like, wow, this is like way better. I'm not physically doing any labor. I'm just sitting at my computer making the same more money than I was making pressure washing, building this system that I built for other pressure washing companies. And one thing led to another, ended up kind of expanding into the whole home service niche. And then from there, I ended up going medical just because, in my opinion, the opportunity was a lot better. So now we primarily work with stem cell clinics.
Stem cell clinics.
Yep.
And what you're doing, you could probably pick it up and broaden to pretty much any industry, right?
Yeah, pretty much any industry could use it, but not every industry is worth signed to because some industries are just a lot more competitive than others. Like I'm
Okay.
a big fan of like the saying "make your own luck," which in my head, like what that means is put yourself in positions where you're statistically more likely to be lucky. you're statistically more likely to be lucky. Let's say if you target a stem cell clinic, a super like niche thing that no one would think of, than like let's say a real estate agent. Real estate agents get pitched on 100 things a day, you know?
Right, right. Okay, so I'm going to take a step back. So when you were going through and trying to figure out this AI thing and trying to figure out how to market your business, what was it that you did with ChatGPT that actually, like, what ads did you create? Like, how did you
Yeah.
actually use it to
It
create?
was the most basic stuff in the world back then, because back then ChatGPT couldn't generate photos. Like it was very archaic compared to like what we have today.
Yeah.
So it was just text. Like it was just I was like, write me an ad. And it would just be a text ad, no photo, and it would work. And that's what I ended up doing and learning
And you
how
were
to
running
use.
Facebook ads with
Yeah,
that?
so I learned like Meta Ads Manager,
Okay.
how all the back end of that works, how to like launch an
And
ad,
did
get
you
it
use
converted.
ChatGPT to figure that out or just went to YouTube and figured
I
it out?
used YouTube mostly
Okay.
for that part. Yeah.
Okay. So you go to YouTube, you figure out how to create uh, Facebook ads that are effective. Who did you follow that helped you figure those out?
There's a guy on YouTube called Max Persson, so that was like the main guy that helped me figure it all out. There's a few others that I can't recall off the top of my head, just these one-off videos, tutorials that I probably watched too.
So so obviously you're 18. You didn't go to college, but you went to YouTube University.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, good. And so at 15, you're figuring out how to create ads.
Yep.
Now people are paying you to create ads. Yeah. What? So okay. Let me go back. So you were creating ads. Like, what else were you using ChatGPT to like get business with? Were you creating websites with it, or what were you
Well,
doing?
back then it couldn't do anything like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So today, yes, we're creating websites, we're creating image ads, video ads, like it's very advanced today. Back then, just the idea of like instant text ads, being able to run it on Facebook, like that was crazy back then.
Okay.
I think we forget sometimes like how much AI has advanced in the last few years. Like a few years ago, it was very simple, just text. You just talk to it. There was no like Claude code or anything like that. So yeah, I mean that's what it started out with, and then as these new tools came out, I started learning those, adopting those as well.
Okay. So people would reach out to you on Facebook or they DM you, right?
Yep.
Because you were like, "Hey, look, I got business on here." Like, take me through that. When somebody reached out to you, what did you start doing for them?
So I would build them out ads just like I was running for myself. So just text ads, very simple ads, and it would work very well because like pressure washing is a pretty simple industry.
Yeah.
You don't have to be Jordan Belfort to sell a pressure washing job on the phone. It's $100. So
Yeah.
it's just text ad. The lead would come in, the owner would call them, and then kind of get the deal. With time, AI callers started coming out.
Okay.
So it was like an AI voice caller, sounds like a real human on the phone, can have full length conversations, take payments, set appointments into CRMs. That is what became like my bread and butter, and that is still what I do today for the most part.
Okay.
Is I started out with these ads, but I realized a big thing that was going wrong, which is like I'd get these people leads, but they wouldn't call the leads and they'd be lazy and then they'd kind of blame it on me. So I'm like, all right, I'm
Yeah, I
giving
get
them
that in the real estate industry a lot.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm giving them a brick. What
Okay.
they need is a bridge. A
Okay.
bridge takes multiple bricks to build. So opposed to selling this one-off system for $500, $1,000, let me go make a $5,000, a $10,000, a $15,000 offer that solves multiple problems at once
Okay.
to give them the end-to-end system and bridge the whole gap, if that kind of makes sense.
Okay.
Opposed to just giving them this one-off brick that could help them, I'm giving them the full bridge.
Okay. So I'm one of these people. Like, help walk me through what you're going to do for my business.
Yeah. We're going to start off by running ads for you. All AI ads. You're not going to have to sit in front of the camera. We use AI actors.
And their Facebook or
Facebook primarily.
Okay.
Facebook and Instagram meta ads.
okay.
Google's not so great. Same with YouTube and TikTok. So we're doing those ads. It's going to be like UGC actors. So it could be like a guy in a podcast studio, looks and sounds human. It's all AI. Once we generate a lead from that, I'm setting up an AI receptionist. Within 5 seconds of that lead giving us their info, it's giving them a phone call. Sounds like a real human. The only way anybody would know if it's AI is if they directly ask it, like, are you AI? And I can prompt it to say that it's not, but we found that usually just being honest is better than
Okay.
like trying to lie to them. So yeah, it'll say it's AI, but you probably wouldn't know. Most people don't, because we're calling older people. We're doing it for a stem cell clinic. These people are 50 plus, having back problems. Like they don't even expect it to be AI. So they wouldn't even think of asking it that. So we build an AI receptionist to actually set it into an appointment.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is we'll actually have a US based closer, so like an online virtual sales guy, take that appointment and close the deal. So that's kind of the not AI part. Like I said, it's important that we bridge that whole gap and we build the whole system because
Okay.
we can get leads, set them into appointments, but they suck at closing deals. Our
Okay.
service is useless, you know?
And so then what happens? It books it like does like a Calendly link and books them in there. Like
Exactly, yeah.
okay,
So Calendly Link books them in with one of our salespeople. I have a group of salespeople that are trained on selling stem cell treatment, or when I was in other industries like
yeah,
roofing, they would train on roofing, and they'll just take that appointment and close the deal.
okay. And
Yep,
so that's what you're doing for pressure washing. Then you do it for stem cells.
yep.
What other industries do you think you're going to move into with this?
We're pretty stuck in stem cells. We tried the whole peptide thing, but man, like everyone says they run a peptide business. It's like a dude in their garage.
Yeah.
It's a pretty unsophisticated industry and it's hard to make money in it for real. So we're sticking in stem cell. We're in a pretty good spot. We don't really take on new clients anymore.
Okay.
So this is like a very new thing that actually we started a few months ago. We completely turned off front end acquisition because we
Okay.
started running into a problem. Most of these stem cell clinics are in Miami, Arizona, California, like 90% of them, a few in New York as well. We started signing the 5 people in Miami. It was just like competing against each other. We're all within a 50-mile radius, like 30-mile radius, if that. So what we started doing, as opposed to taking, monthly retainers or big upfront amounts to build the systems, we took our most successful clients in separate states that were far away from each other. And now we work with them on a rev share model. So we've kind of transitioned from an agency to more of like a holdings company slash consulting model
Okay.
where we're just doing everything for them. We get a rev share and it's pretty chill.
So basically, you set up the whole system for them. When the appointments get booked and all of that, you're getting paid when they do the appointments and bill out.
Or our salespeople close the deals. So
Okay.
we look at their same way like a holding company would. We're
Yeah.
going to look at their P&L at the end of the month and we're going to take a 20% cut of everything they made after expenses. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's what we do now. It's a very different model than, when I first started.
Right.
But this is a much better model for us because of, like I said, like our clients were just competing with each other and it resulted in us, we kind of want one to do better. It was just a weird scenario to be in. I didn't expect that about this market where it's like everyone is in these 4 states specifically
Yeah.
targeting these 4 areas, but it kind of makes sense. It's a newer thing, so it's going to be in only the most populated places. So this model is way better for us. It's very chill, but it also resulted in me kind of having a bunch of free time. So I ended up starting a new thing with some friends that you've had on the podcast as
Yeah.
well, Tanner and Kyle. So I'm working with them, building out my own insurance agency because I just have a lot of free time now that we're not doing any front end acquisition.
So how many employees do you have now?
So right now inside of the AI agency, we have about 8.
8
Yep.
employees. Okay. And you're paying all those guys and they're pretty much doing everything for you.
Exactly. Yeah. So some are salespeople, only paid commission. Other people are salary roles.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right. So you built this up, paying you quite a bit of money, right?
Yep.
You're renting homes instead of buying homes. We'll get to that. I'm just kidding. You're buying Ferraris, like living the dream at 18.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. But I'm not satisfied at all. As weird as
Good.
that sounds, like this means nothing to me. There's people who put rockets into space. Like, what am I doing? I'm nothing.
Okay.
You know.
So tell me about the insurance agency. What are you working with that?
Yeah, so I've just been friends with Tanner and Kyle for a
Okay.
while. So when I ended up making this transition to more of like a rev share model, because I've always been the front end acquisition guy. So I have a business partner inside of the AI agency
Okay.
who does all the tech side. So I was technical in the beginning, but as time went on, I kind of faded out of being a very technical person. And my main skill and my main role within my company was just acquisition, sales management, that sort of thing. So with us transitioning to this holding company model, I ended up just having a bunch of free time. Been friends with Tanner and Kyle for a bit. Obviously, I have like a little bit of an audience here in Austin. So I was like, yo, like, what if we just started promoting, the sales team? And it started off small. Like it started off like this little side project that I was just gonna do. But now it's really I've just fallen in love with it. It's actually so fun to run because it's like a real life business.
Okay.
My agency is all virtual. I don't have an office with my guys in it.
Okay.
This is so much cooler because it's like a real life business. I'm seeing the results the guys get. So this has kind of evolved and became my main thing actually, which is pretty sick. Like just this morning, I was helping guys. we were going to go on a drive with you last night. You, Kyle, all the guys went on a drive. I was home working with my guys, doing a training with them. So I've just fallen in love with this industry, and I see a long term like exit in the future for myself with it as well, which is something that just isn't very possible with the agency, kind of consulting model.
So how does that insurance agency thing work for you as like the owner? Like you went and got your insurance license, you
Yep.
hire a bunch of guys. Like walk me through what you're doing there.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just building a very large team. I have a goal to have the number one sales team in the United States. I think that's more than achievable with time.
Okay.
What we do on a day-to-day basis is just sell insurance. Very simple. We call leads, have conversations
What
with
type of
them.
insurance are you selling?
So primarily final expense, but if the client needs mortgage protection, we'll sell 'em mortgage protection. If
Okay.
they need term for whatever reason, we'll sell them term, but most of it is whole life final expense type insurance. That's our primary product. We're selling them 20, 30-minute conversations. Even just before coming here, I hopped on the phones this morning with some of the guys, like to pep them up. I jump on the phones myself sometimes, close the guy in a 30-minute conversation, and I was able to get him covered. $12,000 in coverage, so when he passes away, his wife will actually receive that death benefit. So it's just a great industry. You're actually helping people. It's a really awesome thing that you're doing. There's so many people in America that when they pass away, the final kind of memory that they have on their family is an expense, and you kind of solve that as an insurance agent. So I love the industry. The guys get paid very well. And like I said, we're growing at a super fast rate. A lot of new agents coming in. So we're probably going to have to upgrade the office pretty soon.
So how many? So I have so many questions about that because
Yeah.
my biggest in real estate, right? You have to have like everybody says like, oh, AI is gonna get rid of the real estate agent.
So not
Every
true.
AI is gonna get rid of half of everything, right? The challenge is a lot of people see realtors as just the person that opens the door. They don't see the acquisition of the
Yeah.
client. They don't see the negotiations on the back end. Everybody thinks they can just do it through AI. There's a lot of legal issues. Realtors get sued all the time. I mean, it's for just negligence or whatever. Um, the thing that I notice most with most realtors is they're not business people, right? And I'd imagine most of your
Yeah.
insurance agents who are just agents on your team, not the guy running it, are not necessarily business people, but they can work, they can hustle. Just
Yeah.
like you grew up with family around you that just knew how to hustle,
Yeah.
right? They weren't super successful, but they hustled. The challenge I run into with a lot of realtors is they don't understand basic scripts, how to have conversations, how to
Yeah.
convert. Is that something you work on a lot? Because it sounds like
1,000%.
okay, because it
Yeah.
sounds like if you grew up having to do sales in as far as like pressure washing, right? And every sale resulted in you making money, like you understood how to sell,
Yeah.
what to tell people. So how does that work with your team? Is that primarily what you're doing?
1,000%. Like most people come to us, they're not successful. You're not looking for a job or to be a sales guy calling the phones for 12 hours a day if you're a successful person.
Okay.
Most of them, they're 18-year-olds, they're 20-year-olds, fresh out of high school, wanting to drop out of college, in college, and they come to us very little skill. That's the one thing that we can teach. We can teach skill. We give you a word for word script to follow. We give you free leads to call every single day. It costs nothing to join our team.
Okay.
The two things we can't give you is number one, you got to be willing to learn. A lot of people aren't. A lot of people get offended when we give them advice, and that's a huge downfall. So, like, if I look at my journey, I've had a lot of mentors. I paid for a lot of different mentorships and such.
At
I've
18.
always, yeah. So,
Yeah, keep bringing that up. Yeah.
like I've spent over $100,000 on mentors, paying people for knowledge in one way, shape, or another, whether it's one-on-one or just like a course of videos to watch, etc. I've spent a lot of money on mentorship. These guys are blessed. They don't have to pay us a dime. They got to pay $150 to get a license that goes to the government,
Yeah.
not me. You know, we give them mentorship, but a lot of people just aren't willing to learn. And it's just the truth. They get offended. They have ego, etc. So you got to drop the ego. You got to be willing to learn. And the second thing is just willing to work. I worked my ass off in the beginning. When I started my AI agency, when I started my pressure washing company, I couldn't work 12 hours a day because I was still in like high school full time. But when I started that AI agency and I dropped out of high school, I mean, I was working 12 to 15-hour days every single day on demand. I have the same expectation for these guys. When they join our agency, it's going to be hard work. And I tell them this before they join. I'm like, you're going to hate this. This is going to suck. But you just need to sacrifice the next 90 days to build a foundational skill set for yourself so you can be paid for the rest of your life. So being willing to sacrifice 90 days, put in 12-hour days, 6 days a week for that 90-day period, it's required. It's part of learning. If you put in 12 hours a day for 90 days, then you're going to be double the speed of the guy who puts in 6 hours a day for 6 months. So that's the whole idea. Sacrifice 90 days. It's going to suck. You're going to hate it, but you're going to come out with such a strong skill set where you can make money and be paid for the rest of your life, whether you do insurance or not, just sales in general.
Right. When you're hiring these people, right? Uh, are there people you look at and you're like instantly like, I know this person's not going to do it, or what are
100%.
so what are you looking for when you're hiring people?
As weird as it sounds, you can almost, and this comes like at a point. I've hired a lot of people for insurance. I've hired a lot of people for my AI agency. I've run like when we were doing acquisition, like, dude, we had like a 20-person sales team. It was crazy. I noticed the first thing they say on the call, you can just hear it in their voice, as weird as it sounds. And I don't always judge people by that. So I'll continue to have the call, and sometimes I'm
What is it
proven
when you
wrong.
hear them on the phone?
Just the tonality and the way they answer. Some people answer before you even get a word out. Hey, Wyatt, how you doing today? That's a good sales rep. Other people, I need to ask them first, like, hey, this is Wyatt, how you doing today? Hey, man. Just rolled out of bed,
Yeah.
And you can just right off the bat, sometimes I've proven wrong. This doesn't work 100% of the time. Sometimes they just answered weird and they end up being a great rep and making a lot of money with us. And I do end up letting them in. But for the most part, like 65, 75% of the time, more than half, you can immediately tell within 5 seconds of that phone call if they're going to do well with this or not. As weird as it sounds.
So I did a lot of I used to work for Costco, and so talking about working jobs like Lowe's, I worked for Costco for a long time, and I was in charge of hiring. And I'm telling you, just the way somebody carries themselves to the door. Now they may have a bad day, like you said, but you can tell. I could tell within 15 seconds
Exactly.
if they were going to be
Yeah.
a fit or not.
100%.
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah, and there's people that I've hired on my real estate team that I'm like, I'm hiring because I need people. Like real estate's harder to hire for because it just has been harder to hire for because they're gonna leave you. Like if there's somebody good in 3 months, they're gone. So it's like, okay, do I hire this person and then I give them training, they leave me in 3 months?
Why are they gone?
Well, because most of the time in real estate, if you work for a team, you're either like on a 50-50 split or and a lot of these guys or girls just need leads. They don't know how to get leads. And so once they figure out how to get leads and they've seen how you've gotten leads, then they bounce and do it on their own.
I see.
Right. Or for the most part. And so that's where I've had people that just want me for leads and then they're not a good salesperson too. So for real estate, it's been tougher for us to hire good people. Not that I've had bad people on my team, just people that stay a long time, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could say it's the same idea with a lot of people in insurance.
Yeah.
We provide leads. A lot of people come to us to get a lead and get a script. But where we retain people and the reason we have such a good retention rate on good talent, like we'll fire bad talent. So like, bad talent isn't retained whatsoever. We have great retention on good talent because we build a culture that people want to be a part of, So it's like it's a mission. You're on this mission with us. And then furthermore, one thing where I provide a lot of value for my reps is no one wants to be an agent forever. Every top performer wants to become a manager like I am today.
Sure.
So not only am I going to help you be a great agent, but when it's time to build a team, when it's time to start acquiring agents under you to start selling, I know social media pretty good.
Yeah.
I know what purchases you can make to go viral. I know how to spend that money right to make things work. So it's like, okay, when it's time to actually scale up your own agency, which is my goal for every successful rep I have, I don't want anyone just being an employee of mine. Go build your own agency, put your name on that billboard. It's in my best interest. I still have a cut,
Yeah. Because when they go create their agency, they're still creating it under you, or are they going to a
You're still
different
creating
company?
it under me.
Okay.
So it's like it's a win-win in all scenarios. So I'm going to teach you social media. I'm going to teach you how to recruit. I'm going to teach you what we were just talking about, how to find people that are worth your time within 5 seconds of a
Now, will
phone
they ever
call.
leave your agency and go somewhere else?
I've never had a single person do that yet,
Okay.
which is great. And I think it comes down to the culture that we build, the fact that I want everyone to succeed long term, like helping them build an agency. Because there's a lot of insurance agencies where they will be mad at you for trying to build your own team or do it. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you just need to be an agent. Stay down till you're up. No, dude. If you've got a friend that wants to join second day you're in the business, get him in, bro. Work with him. Have a friend in this. It's way funner with friends. Have him under you. You get a little cut too. I'm super generous when it comes to actually helping my guys build up and helping them not be an agent forever because no one wants to do that. Let's just be real.
Yeah. Let's be real. It's I sold real estate for 14 years. And last year I got to a point where I was like, I'm done. Like I'm just done with
Can't
everything.
blame you. Yeah.
And I've literally I built a podcast instead,
Yeah.
but I built up like I have a revenue program. So what you did, is what I did, right? So I have all these agents at our brokerage that are under me. Uh, so
Yeah.
I get the revenue model. It's great. I love that. All right, so let's talk about long term. All right, so you're building this. What's the next step for you? Like where you want to build next? How big are you going to go? Walk us through that.
Yeah, planning on getting this agency to 10 million a month. So
Okay.
that's the goal. 10 million a month. We're
Why did you
not
set that
satisfied.
goal?
I set that goal because I feel like $10 million a month is a point. In theory, if you're making about 10 million a month, you're gonna have
You're not
about,
netting 10 million, are you?
I mean, that would be profit. Yeah.
Profit. So you want to,
Well,
yeah.
not profit. No, that would be sales. Probably profit would be like 3 million or something like
Okay.
that. I don't really care about the profit part. What I care about is the amount of people. So if we're doing
Okay.
10 million a month, I envision myself needing 300 to 400 people, maybe 500. And
Okay.
that's what's really exciting for me is just having a huge team of winners, being in like having a group of people. I just like having people, almost having like a squad, having a large amount of people that can always come to me. I can always go to them, like building a community in a sense. That's like something that's really exciting for me. Cause like, let's just be real. Like, what else does money buy me? You know, like I have the car I want. I have the things I want. Like money doesn't do much for me right now. I live in an awesome place. Like it's chill. You know, I don't really need extra money for anything, but like I just like getting excited by stuff. And in my opinion, having 500 people in a big 15,000 square foot office, probably need more than that. I don't know. But like a warehouse that we convert into this office because no office space is big enough. Like that's what's exciting to me. Like
Yeah.
actually just building stuff, and like long-term vision of mine is like after this getting into some form of like physical product thing where I'm building some sort of physical product too. Like I just like building stuff. Like I'm a very dopamine driven person. Like I just love dopamine. That's why I got that car. I was feeling dopamine deprived. I'm like, I need a faster car. I need something way faster than that Vantage. It won't fast enough for me. So I just love dopamine and like whatever gives me dopamine, I'm gonna do it. And I get insane amounts of dopamine from just building stuff and feeling busy and never having a second in my life to go do something leisurely. Like I tried going to the park the other day with one of my friends, like Zilker, and man, we went there for like 5 minutes. Like, I'm like, dude, this is too slow. Like I need to be doing something. Like I can't just go on leisure walks. Like if I'm walking, I've got like AirPods in. I'm listening to like some sort of podcast from Jamie Dimon or Bill Ackman on how to lead a team. Like I just always have to have something going on for me. And the second I start getting bored, like this is gonna sound so out of touch. I hate holidays. Like I just hate them. I don't like it when I'm not working, when there's not much I can do, when the team's not working. Like, I just love working. I love every second of my day being filled with activity. The second I start getting downtime, I can't stand it. Like I just go for a drive because it's like, all right, I'm gonna block out the noise because if I'm not focused on the road, I die.
Right.
It's weird. It's just a weird thing with me. I'm like, I don't know how my brain's wired. Just something has to be happening. That's why I started pressure washing business in high school. I was just bored. It was all football season. Football season ended in like November, December. I started a pressure washing company because I was like, what do I do? Like I stopped like getting much enjoyment from the video games. So I was like, I got to do something. So I just went on YouTube. How do I make money? Pressure washing. Boom, done.
That's wild. Okay.
Yeah.
So what outside of, I mean, so you're okay. So walk me through your day then. Like let's go. I'm following you around because I'm sure you've
For
had
sure.
people like, oh, can I shadow you? I get that all the
Yeah.
time. Can I shadow you? I'm like, you know, shadow me? What the heck? You go in the shower with me too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Right.
so I'm shadowing you. What does your day look like?
Yeah, I wake up at 7:30, Sonos blasting in my apartment, like wakes me up with Drake music. That's what I always wake up to.
What's your Drake song that you like to wake up to?
Deep Pockets. That song just gets me going every morning. I wake up, that's the first song that plays. And from there, I wake up, I get my coffee, go for a little walk down. Like I live on a rainy street, so I go for a walk, get my coffee, come back, immediately come to my computer. I just do the admin work, emails, responding to texts that came in while I was sleeping, stuff like that, just like the basics, to make sure everything's accounted for the day. After that, I go into one of two things. Number one is I'm going to hop on Discord and start making some calls with my team. This would be around 9 o'clock after I'm done with everything. That's right when they're starting. I'll either go into the office or get on the Discord if I can't go into the office for whatever reason. And I'm gonna jump on and I'm gonna start making phone calls with my team. It's just a culture thing. I want them to
So
know.
you're calling with them.
Yeah, I want them to know. I did that this morning. Closed the guy right before I came here.
Okay.
Um, I want them to know I'm not afraid to do the work with them. I
Got it.
think I think a manager will tell somebody to do something. A leader will show somebody how to do something.
Mm.
So a manager would train, a leader shows. I show them. They jump on a call, they hear me talking, I'm with them. I'm not with them all day. They know I'm a busy person. They know I have way more obligations than to sit around and sell all day. It's just a reality,
Right.
you know? But I'm either jumping on with them and making calls, or I'm editing a video and getting a video out on social media because I love doing social media. Like, it's really sick. When I was growing up, I loved watching like all the online influencers with money. So like Stradman, like
Hmm.
I don't know if you'd call him a money influencer, but like just a car guy.
Yeah.
I've always loved cars, like Stradman, all those people, Hamilton Collection. It's like I just
I've met
love.
both those guys.
Really,
Yeah.
that's sick.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. No, I just love watching them. So I wanted to make my own YouTube. I don't do so much vlog stuff. I need to get into it, like get a camera guy, start doing vlogs when we do cool car events with like 10 and stuff.
Bryce is always looking for side hustles,
Oh,
right?
really? Bryce, I might have to use you, dude. 100%. If you're down. But yeah, I've been wanting to get into vlogs and like whenever we do 10 events, just have a camera guy there to vlog it and put it on YouTube. But most of my YouTube content, most of my Instagram content, it's YouTube is more valuable. So I'm just posting like actual business advice stuff I wish I had when I was younger. But Instagram stuff, a lot of it's the Meta Ray-Bans. So whenever I'm going on cool drives or I'm just going on a leisure drive, I'll just record it and make a video out of it. So it's just fun, especially when I'm driving with all the guys. A lot of the members on my team have awesome cars. Tanner and Kyle have awesome cars. So we're always going on drives together. So it's cool, all these cars just driving together in the videos. And then obviously I post some advice up there as well. So I'll either die with the team or get a video out super early in the morning. After that, no matter what, I'm going to the office. So some days I go in really early. Some days I go in after I do a little bit of dialing and editing some videos at home. Go into the office, checking in on the guys, really just make sure they're good. We're not doing any trainings in the middle of the day or early in the day. That always happens late at night. So 8 to 9 o'clock after the day's done. But it's more so just being there, making sure they're straight, making sure the guys have everything they need, walking around, doing my reps, having conversations with everybody, just catching up while they're waiting on calls to come through. A lot of just dialing is on voicemail. So
Okay.
while they're waiting for somebody to come, I'll come talk to them for a few minutes, see what's up with them and their personal life. Not everything has to be about business. Like I said, I like building community. I like building something where everyone is just together, building and being great. So I always like just seeing what's up with my guys, seeing how they're doing. After that, usually I'm getting like lunch in around 2 to 3 p.m. I kind of fast, so I don't really eat much dinner. Only time I do dinner is when it's for like social reasons. So usually I'm eating like a late lunch, early dinner at 2 to 3 o'clock. Like I just can't fast till 6. I don't know. So I usually eat at that time. That would be the only meal unless I'm planning a dinner with
So you don't
somebody.
even eat breakfast?
No, I don't eat breakfast.
Oh
I
wow.
just have coffee. Like breakfast just it makes me drowsy. As weird as it sounds, like just coffee gets me going. It's good enough. I think coffee suppresses appetite too. I'm not 100% on that, but I think that's a thing. I'll eat at 3 o'clock unless I have a dinner planned like
So you drink coffee all morning or just
all morning.
okay.
Coffee and Bloom Energy. I love Bloom Energy.
Okay.
Greg Lav, like I never drank energy drinks until I found Greg Lav's YouTube. I just liked his videos and I started buying his drinks. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Um, and that's the power of YouTube. That's the power of building a personal brand. So that's why I do what I do. I'm able to recruit people. I'm able to get people on my team because they know about it. What if no one would know about me if I didn't post online?
Right.
No one would know about this podcast if you didn't post about
Right.
it. So it's like, it's really cool with social media. But yeah, I'm eating at 3 o'clock. Unless I have a dinner planned, then I'll eat at that dinner, taking one of the guys out somewhere, talking with them, etc., or like a business meeting type of thing. After that, my afternoon is a wild card, and I always set it up that way. Some days I'll sit down, I'll start dialing again with some of the guys. Other days I have an event planned that I have to go to. Other days I'll be filming a YouTube video. It's always a wild card, and that's how I like my afternoon being. So I have a very structured beginning to my day, but the end of my day, it's random. And I love it that way because it allows me I think when you're too scheduled, you leave out room for growth in a weird way. A lot of people, they love a back-to-back schedule and take it from a guy. Like, I love working. I wish I could, but I need like some leeway so then random occurrences can happen in my life that can take me somewhere. Maybe that leeway, I'm at the gym and a guy comes up and talks to me. Maybe and then we start having a conversation. He joins the team. Boom. That was worth it. Or maybe I'm on a drive and I stop at a gas station. Like one of the guys on my team, he met me at a gas station. I stopped on a drive. So I like having leeway in my day for random occurrences to happen.
Nice.
It's like
Okay.
Jamie Dimon says, like, whenever you have nothing to do, go out and talk to people. He says
Mm.
that in every podcast you're going to see with Jamie Dimon. I'm not going to say every, 50% of them, he will say that. Go out, go out, go out, talk to people, talk to people, talk to people. That's just what I do. So I'll leave time in my day to go out and just talk, have conversations, go to the gym, go on a drive for content, stop at a gas station, talk to people, that sort of thing.
Nice. Okay.
Yep.
Nice. That's not the life that most 18-year-olds live. Most of them are going to college,
Yep.
partying, going out and drinking. I mean, I know you can't drink till you're 21, but
Yeah.
like, why aren't you out going and having fun at parties and getting drunk? And
That's a good question. I would say it's just because I look at their life and I look at my life and I pick my life 100% of the time. Truthfully. Like, I prefer to drive a car like that than drink and sit around and do nothing all day. Like, don't get me wrong, we'll have fun. We
okay.
have a crazy week, we will have a lot of fun. But when it's like work time, it's work time, and we're focused on the mission. I'm focused on a mission. And also for me, if I was to go out and do things like that, guess what's going to happen? All my people are going to go out and do things like that.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous rabbit hole to go down. I'm looked up to as like a leader for my team, but also, like I said, I post for the next generation. I post content because when I was growing up, I watched the content, and so I like to post what I would have liked to watch when I was younger. I get a lot of viewers who are like 15, 14, like literally younger than me. And I do not want them to see me doing that because that's not what I saw.
Yeah.
And if I saw people doing it, like, why do people drink? It's because they have an older brother in the house who drinks, and that's their Oh, when I grew up, I drank.
Yeah.
Why do people work at the same job? Like, people go and work the same jobs that their parents do or their parents tell them. People go to college because their parents went to college.
Yeah.
College does not work nowadays. Like,
Mhm.
it just doesn't. It's a waste of money. It probably did back then. Like, maybe my parents, like, my mom went to college, my dad didn't. I mean, she works at Lowe's now. Well, she worked at Lowe's. I retired her now, but she was at Lowe's from college. But, like, maybe for some people it worked. But, like, people do things because people further in their life, like, people in your life, they did it. So now you assume that's what you do too.
Yeah.
And I think that's a dangerous rabbit hole to go down, not only from my team, but also just other people who view me online. Like, I just like to make sure I always set a good example.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you retired your mom.
Yeah, completely. So
How'd that work?
I was just making a lot of money. I was like, hey, mom, I need an assistant.
Okay.
So I needed somebody just to do admin tasks for me. Like, for example, Ferrari is having like some headlight issue. I don't want to deal with it. She can go call Ferrari. I ain't dealing with all that. So I've been wanting an assistant. It was getting to that point, and like obviously the first pick would be my mom. Who could I trust more than my mom?
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be very like my assistant would need to know my bank info, my social
Yeah.
security, like everything. So it's like, why not just my mom? I love my mom. I hate that she's working a job.
Yeah.
This is a perfect fit. She loves doing it. It's very easy, like 30 minutes of work a day, and she just goes in her garden and does little garden stuff now. So it's cool.
That's cool. So you're paying for her retirement
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
her 2 hours a day with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not even. So best ever. I wish I was my mom.
Man, I wish. Hopefully, my son grows up and retires my wife. That would be great.
No reason he can't.
Yeah.
Like, as long as he gets after it,
Yeah.
anything's possible.
So you retired your mom. Are you in the hunt for a girlfriend? What's the situation? Here?
I wouldn't say like I am on a hunt for one. Like,
I mean, you're 18.
I've got girls, but I'm
Okay, yeah.
like, I've
They
got
slide in the
chicks.
DMs.
I don't slide; they slide on me.
Yeah, that's what
like
I'm
I
saying. They
said,
slide
like,
into your DMs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like I've got chicks, but it's not a focus of mine. Like I said, if I'm chasing chicks all the time, what is my team gonna do? What is all the
Right.
people who watch me gonna do? They're gonna go chase chicks. So it's like, once again, setting a good example. But same thing with like the partying thing. We have a crazy week. We're gonna go do some fun stuff. We're gonna go on a boat for the weekend. We're gonna, you know, fuck off and just go for a drive and do no work on the weekend. Just
Nice.
fun drive, have fun. Come home, do whatever. Same idea of chicks. Like, if the time is right, the time is right. But no matter what, we stay on the mission. I think it's fine to take detours in life.
Uh,
Like, it's completely fine to like take a small little detour, but it's like the straight line. Like, I'm in sales, so like I always think about straight line selling.
Yeah.
Fine to go off path a little bit, but you always got to end up back at that straight line.
Right.
You can't veer too far off.
That's good. Say that again. I like that.
Straight line in life, it's always fine to veer off, but same way you want to sell and keep somebody in a straight line when you're selling, you just can't let yourself keep on. You got to keep it tight, right
Mm.
back on. Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
I like that. You can veer off a little bit, but you got to come back to the line.
Exactly. Fast.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
It's like momentum. Like, why would you let yourself lose all your momentum?
Yeah. Oh, well, I did that at 44. I lost all momentum. I quit, which was
Really?
great. I kind of retired, but
What got you back into it?
I'm not back into it. I'm now like, okay, it's time to start doing it, cuz like I built up a network of 6,500 agents. Um, you know, I don't have to work if I don't want to.
Yeah.
And so that's the tough part. You've done it
Yeah.
for so long. It's like, okay, well, I've got everything. Like, how you're like, I'm pretty self-sufficient. I got a watch
Yeah.
that I love. I got a car that I love. I'm downtown. I got everything around me. Like, now it's like, cool. I got the car. I got the condo. I got Bryce behind the screen. I've got the wife. I've got the kid. And so complacency is not always the best thing. So it's like, okay, I need to go back to what was making me money and focus back on that. So
Yeah.
I like that you say you can veer and come back. That's smart. That's what
Yeah.
hit
No,
me.
it's like, what's life worth living if
Yeah.
you're not having fun? That's why we live. But I'm a big believer that like a lot of people sacrifice their future for short-term pleasure. So it's like people who spend
Mm.
8 years in college partying and now they have to work this shit job for 70 years and barely scrape by. I'd much rather have delayed gratification and just get the work knocked out now. And when I'm 45, same position as you, I can do my little podcast and just chill, have my car condo, and just race around Coda all day,
Yeah.
$1 million membership, 70K a year, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just chill. So that's gonna come. I'm sure. Like, when I get older, like, obviously I want to start a family. I want to
Yeah.
be present for my family. So that time will come. I'm knocking the hard part of life out right now.
Right. I
Yeah.
like that. So your goal right now is to get to 10 million in sales for the team. Obviously, you still have your AI company that's
Yep.
generating income.
It's very like
Why not take
passive.
the AI? Why not
So
go
so
take that and
hard.
sell that?
Two things. So hard to sell a company like that. Agency is a 100% like people business, but not in the sense of an insurance agency where
Mhm.
attribution is tied and it's very hard to untie attribution.
Okay.
It's hard for somebody to leave our company. It takes a year worth of contracts, like just the way the insurance works.
Okay.
Agency, a guy can leave tomorrow. We never see him again.
Yeah.
Guy can just ghost us. We've had it happen. It's way too people dependent. It's not a quote unquote sophisticated industry. Private equity will not pay for an agency.
Okay. But
So
why not take something like that and build subsidiaries around that instead of jumping in insurance?
I stopped enjoying it. As weird as it
There it
sounds,
is.
I've never. That was the second part I was going to get to. Number one, it's just like hard to sell a business like this. There's no long term vision when it comes to that. There's just not a lot of case study. I'm not going to say it's impossible. There's low case study. It's so fucking. I'm just annoyed at it. Like, I wouldn't say annoyed, but bored of it. If
Mhm.
I'm not stimulated, if I'm not getting dopamine, I'm not having fun. And then when we stopped the whole front end acquisition, because like we weren't able to get our clients the best results, like transparently. I'll own up to that.
But why not take it to a different industry?
We could. We tried peptide and it just didn't go well.
Yeah, but
And
there's so many other industries
yeah, I
out
know.
there.
Like I said, though, I just stopped enjoying it.
Mhm.
So we have our core clients that we have rev share on. We make them a lot of money because we don't work with any of their competitors. Because reason we weren't getting best client results is, like I said, we were competing. We had like 4 places in Miami. So it's like we got these 4 people running some like we're the
Same
same
ads.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically the same stuff. It's like they're all compete like one lead would go into this company's CRM and 5 hours later it'd be in the next
Yeah.
one's. It's like all the same leads and it was just like it was impossible to make all of them money. So we just went in on the ones that we enjoyed working with most. It's chill. I kind of call that my cash flow play and then the insurance is like my equity play.
Okay.
So this gives me my temporary cash flow, live a cool life, invest it into the insurance agency. I've invested stupid money into this thing. It's so much fun. Um, and yeah, it just kind of runs itself. It's chill. I'm gonna shut it down eventually, probably not within a year or anything, but
Sure.
like it will stop making sense to run at a certain point, 1000%. But the insurance agency is the thing that I enjoy. It's a people business. I love talking to people. I love building people up, and it's just so much more fun.
Yeah. Hmm. Interesting.
Also, another side point, I think the whole AI agency market is going to be it's going to be hard to run an AI agency or an agency in general within 5 years.
Hmm.
We're building Tesla robots down the road. Like, do you not think AI is going to not be able to figure out how to use Ad Manager? You know, like AI is not going to be able to sell a life insurance policy because it's a human touch. Are you really giving your social security number to a robot? Are you really like,
Yeah.
or same thing for a real estate agent? Like, how are you going to trust AI with like showing you a house and representing it right and making sure you know everything and negotiating the price to get the best price? Like, it's just not going to happen. Same thing with insurance. But like, how long until you can click one button on Facebook and AI just populates the whole thing and it can cross reference data, find the best performing ad in the local area, make an
Yeah.
exact copy? Like, it's not soon. It's not 1 year, not 2 year, but like in 5 years, yeah, probably what's going to happen.
Interesting. So, what's your advice to everybody out there that's looking at AI as like such a bad thing? Like, it's like my comments on all
Yeah.
my videos. Oh, the data centers are terrible. AI is terrible. Like, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not very qualified to talk like data centers because I'm just not an
Sure, but I'm just
environmentalist.
saying that's what people talk about. It's the
Yeah,
data centers. Yeah.
1000%. Like, I don't know. Full honesty. It's not my kind of ballpark to know, and I don't like talking about things I don't know
But as far
about.
as AI in general, what do
Yeah,
you think?
AI in general, like it's gonna change the world. It's gonna help us all for the better. Everybody's got to remember, like anything can be reverted, anything can be recalled. If my car's a lemon, what happens to it? It gets recalled. It gets sent back. I no longer have my car. It's in a landfill. Same with yours. Same with everything. Things get recalled all the time. AI, if it goes off the rails, it will get recalled like anything. Like that's what people seem to forget is this is a machine. It's not Terminator. Actually, want to know something very funny? All these movies about Terminator existed in like 1980, and like just the idea of robots taking over world, artificial intelligence taking over. You don't see any movies about that nowadays. Why? Because companies don't want you to be afraid of AI anymore because
Mhm.
it's like unadvantageous to their plan of using AI, you know? So that's like an interesting piece of data that I've picked up on. But it's going to help us. There's off switches, things can be turned off, anything can be recalled. It's never going to get so out of hand that it like outdoes humans in a way. If it does, like I said, we'll recall it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's your advice to any young person? Like, just not financial advice, but just your advice for them entering this world. Like, what would you tell if they want to become an entrepreneur like yourself?
What's a young person?
Like
Like
your age,
15,
18 years
18?
old. Yeah,
Okay.
like somebody in high school, getting out of
Yeah,
high school.
for sure. Just start. So you don't get anything out of watching a YouTube video. It's like fake dopamine. Like
Mhm.
you see all these like I'm gonna get hate for this, but like these 15-year-olds to 18-year-olds, people in my position who go online, I'm an entrepreneur. Nah, bro, you read books. You watch YouTube. I watched YouTube and I implemented and I
Mm.
did the action. So entrepreneurship is a game of inputs and outputs. You can learn about inputs all day, but until you actually do the
Yeah.
input, you're not gonna get the output.
I
So
mean, you see a lot of these kids online that are like, "Oh, I make all this money. I'm so rich." Like, what's your take on?
some are. I mean, everything has to be taken with a grain of salt. It's just online. It's how it is. So like verify it. Go look into it, you
Yeah.
know? So some people, like I have a lot of friends who make stupid money who post, and I have a lot of friends who make stupid money who have never posted in their life. So it's just a personality thing. I'm a guy who posts. Like I said, I grew up watching videos like what I post now, so I like to make them myself. It's just what I enjoy. Other people, they will never post and they'll be super successful because they just don't enjoy posting. So it's always just like do your research, look at people for what it's worth, and yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, we're hitting an hour, so maybe we're gonna have to do a part two because this was a lot of fun.
I
Uh,
appreciate it. It has been fun.
well, thanks for watching this episode of Legends Made Podcast. Make sure you go check out Wyatt. We'll put all of his Instagram and everything down below. This is fantastic. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed and you got to the end of this video, well, then it's about damn time to subscribe. And hey, share this with a friend because if you don't, they're not gonna know about this, and then you guys have nothing to talk about. So share with it, and we'll see you in the next video.